YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James, where I do what I want, how I want, when I want. And today I want to do astrology. So let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about the fourth house, and we're going to talk about the signs through the fourth house. The fourth house is the theme and the energy of Cancer. Cancer is a very mothering sign. It is a very nurturing sign. It is usually the sign of your childhood upbringing, your private life, and the archetype of your mother. So let's get into it. So we're gonna start with Scorpio. Scorpio in the fourth house is going to be someone who very mysterious. Like once they are off the clock and they go home, see ya. I like to make the joke that not even astrologers know what Scorpio is doing. Wherever Scorpio is in that house, in the wheel, we don't know. That's how deep and mysterious Scorpio is. We just don't know. Like, and it's literally meant to be like that. So a Scorpio in the fourth house, unless you see them out in public and you keep them out, like unless you keep them out and you're like, hey, like stay, like let's stay a little longer. The minute they go home, they will be nowhere to be found, off the grid, gone. Like they're gone. Like you can't access them until they choose to come back out. Like they're very deep, they're very mysterious. You don't know what they're doing in their private life. They keep their private life to themselves. Like, so there's someone who probably has a social media account, but they never post. Like, because in a sense, right, isn't social media a way to see what people are doing in their private time, in their homes, in the bathroom, getting ready? Not for a Scorpio in the fourth house. You will never know what they're doing. They're not gonna show you what they're doing. They have an account, but they don't post. That's Scorpio in the fourth house. You are very private. You keep a lot of things to your chest, you know, when it comes to your private life. And that is probably because growing up, you probably had a lot of Scorpio-like things happen to you. Scorpio is ruled by the planet of Pluto and Mars. And so Pluto being the planet of transformation and Mars being the planet of aggression, you probably had a lot of aggression that towards you that required you to transform and maybe harden a bit and keep things to your chest and keep a cautious eye. So your mom was probably the same way. She was probably someone who, she probably either inflicted those things on you, and so that made you very reclusive and very like untrustworthy and cautious, or she was the same way and you probably adopted those traits from her. She was probably someone who was very deep and I don't want anyone to confuse being private or keeping things to your chest as bad. You could be a happy person or have the best life ever, the best mom ever, but you just keep those things private. You know, that I don't want you to equate mysteriousness and being private with bad, like something bad is happening or you're hiding something. No, it just means that whether you have a happy life, good life, bad life, you don't really broadcast that for the public sphere or the public specter. You keep things like that to yourself. You probably only talk about very deep things with you probably only talk about a lot of things with your close friends or your close family. Like it's not for the public sphere to see or have an opinion on. And that is Scorpio in the fourth house. If you have Scorpio in the fourth house, write down below, like, do you keep a lot of things to yourself? Do you keep like, you know, do you keep a lot of things to yourself? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I'll bet you money. I'll send you a Venmo if you're a Scorpio in the fourth house and you are out. Or no, if you're a Scorpio in the fourth house and you have a very active social media account that you keep up with, that you show the inside of your home for, I'll follow you. Not only will I follow you, but I'll send you money. I'll send you a Venmo I'll choose at the time that I see it, but I highly doubt it. Okay, so anyway, so we did Scorpio, now Sagittarius. Sagittarius in the fourth house. Sagittarius in the fourth house is gonna be someone in their private life who the parents were probably very absent. Like either the mom was like a doctor or a professor, and so that required the parent to be away. Like you were probably someone who were like, where the fuck are my parents? Like where are they? Like, and if you were with your parents took you on a lot of trips. You were like on so many trips. Like You were always going. You're probably a military brat, like someone who had a parent who was always traveling and you had to travel with them. Like your home was always changing. You are probably an immigrant or a foreigner. Your home that you are in today is not the home that you grew up with in the same country, in the same town. Like you are a foreigner, or any of the things that I just said. You are that dynamic. Sagittarius is a sign of travel, so and foreign lands. So wherever I see that, I start to think that there was a lot of traveling, or your parent was a very philosophical figure. Like if you weren't traveling, your parents were someone who was very, very philosophical, probably had a lot of books, and like they instilled like all the secrets of life to you, and like that. Like they were just, as Sagittarius in the 4th house, you are someone in your private life who is also traveling. You probably are an immigrant. You are probably a foreigner. You're someone who did not grow up in the land that you are in, or the hometown that you're in. You are probably away from home right now. Like in your private life, you probably love books and philosophy. You're a scholar, like you're a student, like of life, and you'll always be that way, and you'll always be traveling, and you'll always be on the go. Your home is the world. So literally, if 4th house is the energy of home, right? Home and family, and it's in Sagittarius, that means your home is the world, and you'll always be traveling. You always find yourself traveling, and that becomes your home. Your home is on a plane. Your home is in the hotels. Your home is that. And your mom was the same way. Your upbringing was the same way. And your parents were probably very absent because they were off doing something as well. They were probably traveling, or they took you on their travels as well. All right, so Capricorn. Capricorn in the 4th house means that you are someone who has a very nice home. You probably have a very, very nice home. Very sophisticated, very rich, very nice. You probably had an upbringing that was the same way, a mother that was the same way. And if that does not manifest that way, it maybe manifests in the way that you have a very traditional home. You have very traditional values, very old-fashioned values. And your parents were probably the same way. You probably grew up in a very nice home, right? Wealthy, nice home. And the parents, your mom, the parental figures, your mom was someone who instilled very traditional, old school values within you. And whether you want to break away from those or not, that's just what they were. They instilled that in you. Like, yeah. And at home, you probably want the best of the best. You do not skimp. You do not settle. You're giving Capricorn goat vibes at home in your private life. You are probably someone, whenever you lift up the camera for social media, your home is lavish. You are lavish. Like, and if it's not that, then it's like you are very traditional. You're very grounded, very down to earth, but in a very sophisticated way. Aquarius in the 4th house means that your parental figure, remember what I say, Aquarius is detached not because it is unemotional. Aquarius, wherever Aquarius is, it is detached because its mind is on the bigger picture. It's on humanity. It's on people, right? That's what makes Aquarius detached. A lot like Pisces. Pisces is detached because its mind is on God. Aquarius is detached because its mind is on people and humanity. So when 4th house Aquarian energy happens, the mom figure was probably very detached unemotionally, very detached, like unemotional, because her mind was on something else, whether it be the world, bills, this, that. Her mind was not on you because her mind was on something bigger. And so therefore that made you very like unemotional. You're probably someone you're probably detached from the home. Like you don't know what your home feels like, or you don't really care about your home. Like if your home was to, like, I don't know, home isn't very important to you because in your private life, you are someone who's probably thinking about the collective. You're probably always at work. You're probably someone who's a scientist and you like don't care about home, like, because you're in the lab somewhere. Like that's what Aquarius 4th house means to me. Like you don't care about home. It's not something that is, you know how some people are so, I'm just gonna sit up here. You know how some people are so like attached to their homes, like they have like they're like, oh, I just want to go home. Aquarius is not like that. Aquarius fourth house energy is not like that. They're just like, okay, home is home, but I'd rather be doing something else. And your mom and your connection with your mom is probably the same way as well. Like you're probably just like, she's cool, but that's the energy of Aquarius in the fourth house. Yeah. Okay, so Pisces, last sign. So for Pisces in the fourth house, at home, you are probably someone who is very creative. You probably have all types of woo-woo spiritual stuff in your home. You probably have all the trinkets, all the sage, all the crystal. You probably have music always playing, like very like, yeah, you have all the Piscean things in your home. Like you are a very spiritual creative. You probably love to spark up at home. You are someone who you're another one who it's like the minute you get home, if you're not out, people won't know where to find you because you're gone. Like it's like, or it can manifest in the way of like, it's hard for you to find a home. It's hard for you to ground a home because Pisces is so out there. Pisces is such non-grounded energy that for you, it's probably hard to find a home. Like you can't secure a home. And that's probably like, yeah, it's probably hard for you to lock down a home. So you probably live with friends. You probably live with a boyfriend. You probably are someone who, it's just hard. Like when you do find a home, it's spiritual. Like it's like almost by the grace of God that you found a home. Like, oh my God, something happened miraculous where all of a sudden this happened and that happened. And now, that's Pisces in the fourth house. Your mom was also the same way. She was probably very detached. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Pisces was detached, not because it's unemotional, but with Pisces, it's probably, they are unattached because they're so emotional. They feel it so deeply that they're in their mind thinking about, oh my God, I have a child. Oh my God, I have a child. Like, oh my God, I have a child. I need to go smoke. I need to take the edge off. Oh my gosh, I have a child, this responsibility. What am I gonna do? like that would be Pisces energy of the mom. The mom is probably very spiritual, very creative, very woo-woo, very like, out there. But she was like magic. If in a good way, she was like magic. And your upbringing, your childhood was kind of the same way. Like, sorry. But yeah, that is the fourth house. I hope this helped you. Remember, you guys, I do astrology counseling, astrology therapy. I do birth chart readings and analysis. I can help you with whatever you need, whatever questions you may have. I do love readings, general readings. I do career and destiny readings. So if you have any questions about anything in your life that you may need help with, I would love to help you. My info is in the comments section below, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Jupiter James here signing out. See y'all on the flip side.